All right, so this video serves us two purposes. I wasn't kidding around when I said some people who spent thousands of dollars on the pay token, 10x, their pay token. I wasn't kidding. I'm about to show you something. The other thing, Ethereum. Why is Ethereum and Bitcoin again falling back down? Bitcoin's around $2,400. Again, it's recently over $2,700. Ethereum was hovering around $327 recently, which was down from around $350 about a day or two before that. So over the last several days, today being Sunday, you'll see this Monday morning, which will be the 26th of June, Monday. It's going down, in my opinion, and I think my opinion is going to be extremely valid. You'll probably agree 100%. All these ICOs, every single one that we keep talking about, everything like that, they use Ethereum as the payment, right? You convert Ethereum to the token. So in this case, the pay token from Saturday, you had to send over 1 Ethereum equaled 420 pay tokens because they gave you a 20% bonus. It was really 350, but they gave, because of the sale or whatever, 20% more, which is beautiful. So I came out and did a video, as I'm sure you saw. It was my last video Sunday. And I talked about, oh my gosh, breaking news. Look at the price of pay basically right now. It's already trying to be purchased on the Ether Delta website, which is the same site that I end up selling off some Veritasium, and other people did too. It's kind of an, I don't even know what kind of, whatever. It's a, I almost want to say a no-name exchange, because no one really has heard of it too much. It's not like one of these big name companies. They only allow selling of coin for a different coin, like Ethereum for Veritasium, etc. But anyways, these ICOs tend to come on these websites quick, these exchanges like that one quick, like Ether Delta. So if you want to get in some action or buy or sell, you're going to go there right away, and pretty soon they're going to have the token available for you to do that, you know, or the ability to buy, sell, trade the token, sometimes the same day. So a couple people actually sent me another site that's like Ether Delta. You're going to want to sign up for the same purpose, and it's actually a lot easier to use than Ether Delta, by the way. And that site is called hitbtc.com. So HITBTC.com. HitBTC, like almost like hit Bitcoin, hitbtc.com. And you can see the different groups of coins, you know, and against they do stuff for coin to Bitcoin. They do stuff from coin to, or maybe I should say token to Ethereum, etc. I'm going to show you that here in a second. I want to start with Ether Delta first, though, because I want to just show you something. Okay, here we go. So this is Ether Delta. You're probably familiar with this one, most of you. You can see I'm on the pay, the Ethereum link here. Again, you can scroll down or just do a Control F to find, type in pay, and you'll find it down here. Just click the link. It'll bring you here. So what this is saying, right, 0.02 of an Ethereum is what this person's willing to pay. Again, on the green ones here, the topmost one is the most valuable one to those of us who want to sell pay, if we have pay, right? So I'm just going to show you what the math is on this site. And I also realize, well, let me back up, because I'm kind of jumping ahead. The reason Ethereum is going down right now, it's down to $260 something, down from 327 just recently. Whenever these ICOs come out, all of these things they want Ethereum for the payment. So everyone has to liquidate Ethereum, but you have to gather it first so that you have it, so that you can then send to these people with the ICO to get their token in exchange, right? Or multiple of their tokens in exchange. Well, they need the cash, because they're trying to take this company they've just created that's doing this great thing with blockchain technology, and they need cash to start doing stuff. They got to have payroll, they got to have office space, they got to buy equipment, right? Like if you saw the guy's video who does from 10x that does pay, the pay token, you can see they've got their new office. He was talking about it in our new Singapore office and this and that. He's got the group, here's so-and-so, meet this person, meet that person. They're all saying hi. This costs money. Granted, I calculated around $70 million worth of Ethereum that they got, you know, took in on the ICO. Of course, that was at $300 something Ethereum. I'm sure they liquidated a number of them. And some of these other recent ICO companies have liquidated a bunch of Ethereum. When I say liquidate, we're talking going to an exchange that allows you to liquidate, not for another coin, but for USD or whatever the currency, euros or whatever their currency is. And then they take the cash out and do what they need to do for business purposes. So that's why I think all the big coins are going down right now, namely because so much action is with Ethereum. So now let's focus on this particular token again, the pay token. As I said, I did a video Sunday, which strangely enough, it's still Sunday over here. It's just 5:22 p.m. instead of like earlier this morning when I did the first video on Sunday, or the last video on Sunday. I released it at 1 p.m. Eastern. So this is just later in the day, and there's already action all over the place, which is why I had to come to another video and talk about this. So again, here we go. This guy's willing to pay 0.02 of an Ethereum for pay, right? That ratio. So we're going to do some simple math, right? 0.02. And I know Ethereum at this exact second is $266 roughly. But you know it's going back to 350 like probably within a few days, honestly, when we watch it how it always goes. So I'm just for all intents and purposes, I'm using $350 because the ratio means nothing. The ratio is the same. You get X number of Ethereum today, whether the price is $100 for Ethereum or $400 for Ethereum, you're still getting X number of Ethereum if you were to do a trade like this. That's the key. And then you would just sit on the Ethereum for a few days, 5 days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever it ends up being. Okay, it's back over 300. Now it's over 325. Now it's at 350. I think I'm going to go ahead and sell all my Ethereum, right? You could do that. That's the point. But I'm going to use 350 because we all know 350 is right around the corner again. Literally, I'm sure. I feel very comfortable saying just a matter of days, like a week or so, maybe. 0.02 times $350 Ethereum would be $7. Okay, follow me? If you bought, let's see, I had this number earlier I was doing some math on. Let's say $8,000 or 8,000 something. I don't know the exact number. You would have somewhere around 10,000 of these new pay tokens. So if you had $8,000 worth of Ethereum and transferred that exact amount to this ICO, you would have gotten back approximately 10,000 of the pay tokens. Okay. So we now have 7, right? 7 times 10,000, $70,000. Okay. That's at this ratio. And we're only 24 hours to still, again, it's the next day, maybe 28 hours later, whatever. Well, a little more than that. Call it 30. Somewhere around 30 hours later, 35 hours later. It's the next day is my point. So that's 70,000, but that's also on EtherDelta. So this other exchange, okay, this is the one I was telling you about, hitbtc.com. It's the same kind of deal as EtherDelta, and they already have pay here listed. So here I'm noticing, if you look over here, down here, oops, let me scroll down and scroll this one back up. They're willing to pay not 0.02, but this person right here is willing to pay 0.036. And you're looking at some of these asks. These are what people who have pay and are saying, I'm selling, I have an order to sell them, but this is what I'm asking to sell them. And you can see there's only 2 with up here in the top that have that start with 0.03. The next ones are 0.043. So let's assume some of these people decide finally, okay, I'm just gonna have to cave because no one is coming to me to buy at the price I'm offering to buy some from. But I want to still show you the math. So we're going to do 0.036, right, for that top one, times, same number of Ethereum is $350, again, in this example, $12.60, okay, times your same 10,000 tokens you had, right, at that example, is $126,000. Now, granted, you need to unload 10,000 tokens, and as you can see, this guy's only looking for like 31. The next guy's looking for, 31. The next guy, 95, 95, 95, 95, 90, So there could, if I just look at all this right here, but then we get down into the 0.02, right? So if we're just looking at the 0.03s, there's maybe 1,000, right? 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, somewhere around there worth of pay that, you could unload out of your 10,000. So clearly you're not going to be able to unload $126,000 worth. But the point is the ratios are here right now. So if you go back to these guys, the red ones, right? These red ones are representing people who have pay and are saying, I'm willing to sell X number amount, like this guy, 33.12, 80. I don't even know why this is here, 0.8. Well, they're starting to move now. Some of them. Anyways, 32, 24, 11, 20, 37. This guy's got 661, right? So, again, let's do the math. With this guy, 0.045, right? 0.045, same math, times $350 Ethereum is $15.75, right? So we do $15.75 times your 10,000 pay tokens, and you're sitting at $157,500 freaking dollars. Granted, these haven't been filled, these orders, these red ones, but that's what they're saying I feel this is worth. That's what these people are saying I feel my pay is worth right now. It's only day one after the freaking ICO. They did a private ICO, which means you had to get in on it somehow. I don't know how they even found out and let people in, but it was a private one, so the rest of us couldn't get in. And then they did, that was 50% of what they wanted to sell. Then they did the second ICO, which was Saturday, 2 days ago now, where the rest of us could get in, if you were so lucky. And I know some of y'all were lucky, but I saw a bunch of comments. Nope, they tried and couldn't get in. And that's the story I've been hearing a lot. But these red ones represent someone that does have them in their possession. They've placed an order saying, I'm willing to sell for this amount. And that's what all these are. And if you notice, if I scroll down, there's people in here saying, I mean, this is ridiculous, but 0.5, that's on the little ridiculous side. But there's 0.09. Look at this, 0.08, 0.07. So let's just say some of those started filling in the next few days because people went crazy with pay, right? 0.08 times $350 Ethereum is $28. Now let's look at this number. $28 times 10,000 pay tokens that you had. Same example, originally spent $8,000 worth, roughly. 280,000 freaking dollars. Are you effing kidding me? Now, granted, that order has not been filled, and it may not fill. But when I look over here on the left, and I already see them in the threes, 0.03, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's not too far away. That's the equivalent of what we saw with Ethereum. When people got in on Ethereum for $2, it was a 100-to-1 ratio with Ethereum. I mean, when people got in on Veritasium, it was at $2 for Veritasium in the very beginning when they did their ICO, which lasted a month. If you got in like on the first week or so, you would have been able to purchase for around $2 per, is what it equated to roughly, $2 per Veritasium. The ratio for Ethereum would have been 100-to-1. Okay. We saw it go down to 33-to-1 because I bought at $6 and that's what I paid. And then after I bought it, it went down to 10-to-1, and then 8-to-1, 5-to-1, 4-to-1, 3-to-1, and even 2-to-1 we saw. And as I mentioned, I had to unload a bunch of mine at 3-to-1 because I needed a hefty down payment for the specific dream house we would love to have, and it was the only way I could make it work. Okay? I'd love to have said I could hang on to all of it and just wait it out, but for this instance, I had to get this freaking house. You just don't understand. So that's in the works. But like I said, I've got other ones. I have other ones. I still got some Bitcoin. I've still got, quite a few Ethereum, etc. And I do plan on playing some of these ICO games. Again, if I can freaking get in. Like so many of you having such a hard time getting in on the action. But this is amazing. When I see 24 hours the next day, from Saturday to Sunday, they're already listed on 2 different exchanges. This hit BTC.com and EtherDelta. And I'm seeing crazy numbers here already asking, what we're willing to pay this much. Again, even if you start filling these, 0.03, 0.03 times 350, $10.50 roughly. Again, at the right Ethereum price, 1050 times $10,000 or 10,000 pay. $105,000. Would you have liked to turn $10,000 into $105,000 in the span of a effing day? Do you see why I'm all over these cryptocurrencies right now? Do you see why my channel is getting flooded with new people constantly? Because we are all in this. We want to know more together, and I want to give it out, everything that I find. Hey, check this out. Check that out. Look what this is doing. Look what that one's doing. I didn't even know about this website, hitbtc.com. But I've noticed over the last 2 days, people have been sending me, hey, check this out. Check out Veritasium. It's over, And then they sent me this site, and I'm like, oh, interesting. Oh, Pay's already over there. Cool. Let me go check that out. Someone sent me a link. Hey, check out Pay over there right now. Oh my God. You just made 1,000%, right? 10 times. You made 1,000% in a day. Again, could somebody pinch me? Somebody pinch me. This isn't real, but it is real because I sold my Veritasium, got a bunch of Ethereum for that, switched them over to send them to the Gemini exchange, sold them right there on the exchange, a bunch of the Ethereum, and took my freaking 90K, 93K to be precise. And then split some of I kept some of it, of course, play the game funds, and then said, well, I only need X number for this down payment. So I got a little bit left over. I'll play the game. Plus I had my other coins, right? That's the name of the game. Make a big profit, keep some of the profit, play with some of the profit, and try to flip that profit into new profit. And if you can do these steps, like I'm telling you, for example, let's say you got in on Veritasium. Matter of fact, I'll give you the best example, because when we talked about this in the beginning, it was Ripple. If I said, watch Ripple, it's going to go crazy. People got in at 2 and 3 cents and sold for 35, 38, 39, 40 cents. They took $4,000 or $5,000, turned it into like 200 something thousand dollars. So now imagine taking 50,000 out of that, we'll call it 200,000, and you just gave yourself a bonus of 50K and put it in the bank or whatever your purposes you need it for. You need to buy something, pay some debt off, whatever. 150 you left online in these exchanges, these accounts to play with. And you then got in on the Veritasium deal with $150,000 worth of Ethereum. And yes, you were one of the people who sold recently when it was 3 to 1, 4 to 1, even 5 to 1. With that kind of money, you would have had millions of dollars. And then you would have millions of dollars today as I'm speaking, but we'll call it Friday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And this other ICO called Pay came out and you tried to get in on that. Maybe you weren't able to put, $500,000 into it, but maybe you were able to get 100, 200,000 into it. And then came here to my channel today and saw me doing this video and then calculating in your head what $150,000 would equal, since I just gave you the $10,000 number. Again, 100,000, 10 times, $1 million bucks. Cha-ching. Now, granted, you would be able to fill every one of those orders and then some, and there wouldn't be enough people to fill that kind of order. Not yet. But the point is, there are people still out here dying right now. Let me in, I'm willing to pay, I mean, look, there's some nice size numbers over here. Look at this. Let me switch back. Again, these aren't filled yet, but these are what people are saying I'm willing to sell it to you. 0.049, 0.049, 0.049, 0.049, all the way down. And then this guy's asking for 0.7. But, he's selling 1,100. This one's selling 141, 896, 1,496 over here. Of course, this guy's asking a pretty insane amount of money. At least insane today. This whole thing, 0.1, that may not be insane in another week or 2 or 3 or a month. Hell, we might be at half a freaking Ethereum or some nonsense. I mean, look what Veritasium did. This is insane. That's why I got to come out here and report it. I just can't help myself. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Yeah.